hard.
It did, and there was a protest. They came out to have their voices heard. They're demanding to see that body camera footage, and it was emotional but peaceful. Officers put up road barricades like this one on Colonial Avenue, which is where City Hall is and the sheriff's office, and that's where it started. Everyone I talked to, they want transparency in this.
He loved everybody in the family. He had a nice smile, cute dimples, and a laugh that would light up the whole house.
This is Andrew Brown, a Pasquotank County Sheriff's deputy shot and killed him here off Perry Street while serving a search warrant this morning. His aunt Glenda Thomas tells us her nephew was well known to law enforcement officers here in Elizabeth City, mostly for drug-related charges.
You know, with the trouble he's been in, they knew Andrew Brown Jr. They even knew his daddy, I'm sure. So why would you shoot and kill him? And then my understanding, they shot him in the back. Why would you do that?
Brown's family says he was in his 40s and had several children.
He would buy his children anything they wanted. He would give it to them. No questions why or anything. He bought it for them.
Thomas says he wasn't known to be violent and wasn't known to carry a gun. Now the city is demanding answers.
I can't breathe! I can't breathe!
We're not going away until we get some cooperation, until we get some transparency. What are you hiding? If there was body camera footage, tell the community.
We do have body cameras, yes, and they were active.
About 100 protesters blocked the streets tonight outside an emergency city council meeting and demanded the sheriff tell them what really happened. The group marched all over downtown for 2 hours.
You know, aside from blocking off the roads, we haven't broken any laws, but we do want answers and justice. And the sheriff should come out here.
There are not a lot of answers in this, and tonight that family is mourning. We do know the SBI is investigating, which typically happens after officer-involved shootings. Lena?
That's right, and we will be watching this closely. Rosalia Federa live in Elizabeth City. Thank you.
Hello, my people. It is your brother Vandor. Make sure you check us out on our YouTube channel or subscribe on our Facebook. Thank you for watching. Let's dive in.
People are hurt, man. Regardless to what went on, people are hurt. And when people are hurt, they say things, they do things. Sometimes that's the only way they know how to handle it.
Hello, my people. Thank you for tuning in to another round of Vandor the Source. So, here we go again. Mr. Anthony Brown Jr., another dead African-American man in the South. Whew, how common. So, how does this keep happening? How in the hell does this situation keep happening? Where someone who's not armed, and they have this very similar skin complexion, gets shot, or minimally armed, like we seen with the whole Mika situation, the 15-year-old black girl who got killed with a knife. Now, why would the police shoot 4 times in that situation? Shitty. And then also, why would the police shoot Anthony Brown Jr. like that? In the back, he was running, by the way. He was running. We're going to have more on this case. Whew, we have a lot more to dive into. Let's go.
They claim that man had a gun. We all know Drew Brown don't fuck with guns. We all know Drew don't mess with guns. Y'all do know we got an eyewitness, don't you? We got an eyewitness seeing the whole thing. Your stories are not adding up.
She saw everything.
Your story is not adding up. We got an eyewitness that seen everything. Y'all killed the man in broad daylight right here. Y'all took the law in your own hands. That man didn't get...
My people, these people who are dying are not just Dead black people are not just familyless, are not just not impacting in the community. These are people who work, who live, who participate in our community. The true impact is serious, is life altering. It is unbelievable how much we contribute to society, but we are seen as lesser. Clearly, let's dive in.
This is the city I chose to raise my black son in. Like, this is the city I chose to bring him to. And I've got my neighbor across the street killed, and my baby comes running in my room with fear in his face. Like, how do I keep him safe if the people that are supposed to serve and protect us and keep us safe are the ones taking him out?
We don't want no sketchy stuff. Just tell us the truth and let us be in peace. They won't even do that. So, no justice, no peace. Thank you.
Hands up! Don't shoot! 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 Be scared to go down the street and worry about these goddamn
All right, my people. So in conclusion, I'm not coming for the society. I love America because I am American. We are Americans and we should love each other. Unfortunately, there is a segment of the population that does not get the love and respect that they deserve. That is why they had to come up with a whole slogan that their lives matter. That is why they had to make a whole movement to prove to people that they were getting gunned down in the street. People didn't believe it at first, but once you have video evidence, it's very, very, very hard to dispute the facts. Now, I do realize that African American people sometimes, of course, just like every segment of the population, is engaged in criminal acts. However, these criminal acts usually don't amount to much more than citations or a little bit of jail time or something here. It does not amount to somebody's whole life. Certain people should not be given opportunities to live while other people get death sentences on the spot. We do not support this here on Vandor, the source page, and we are committed to fundamentally changing our criminal justice system because clearly the way that it perceives African American as a threat, African American people as a threat, whether it's man, woman, or child, is wrong. Something needs to change systemically, something needs to change fundamentally and radically with this entire system of policing. Vandor, the source, isn't gonna hold us up. We've seen this show before. We've done this so many times. This is my third time within a week, fourth time within a week, making a video of a fallen black African-American person. This is a shame. Now, Mr. Anthony Brown Jr. didn't have the same sympathetic story as the 15-year-old black girl, didn't have the same sympathetic video as Mr. George Floyd with the knee on his neck, didn't have the same outcrying and won't have the same outcrying as Breonna Taylor, who was gunned down in her apartment for doing absolutely nothing wrong. Because of the fact that Mr. Brown had previous drug convictions, he had previous arrests, so he deserves to die. That is what America says. That is the kind of bullshit that is being preached. We do not have we cannot be redeemed. We do not have a redeeming value in our society, and that is a damn shame. People commit crimes all day. People do horrible things all day, and they are received back into the community after a rehabilitation process. They are not murdered and gunned down in the street while fleeing police officers. This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable, and I will not allow this. We will not allow this particular incident to be swept under the rug because Mr. Brown had previous drug convictions. That's not worth a murder. That is a murder. You murdered a man because he was running. Shame. Who is the police officer responsible? Who is the police captain on this force? Who is condoning these actions? Who is the mayor of this town? We want to know everything because we are not dealing with it anymore. Vandor the Source is committed to total transparency. That is why we are airing all of the videos that we can find on this particular case, so we as the public, as the American public, as red, white, and blue people can see for our very own selves what is happening in this country with our law enforcement dollars. These dollars paid for the bullets to shoot this man in the back. And he also got paid to do it. He was on the clock. Legally sanctioned murder is still murder. Thank you all for subscribing to Vandor the Source. I appreciate you, and I appreciate you caring about the movement. This is a serious problem, and I am African American. But even if I wasn't, I would care about this problem, because this is how our United States of America is going to be remembered. This is our legacy. I don't want it to be about gunning down black people in the future. I don't want it to be about murdering people who we disagree with. I don't want it to be about riots and looting. I don't want it to be about that. The only way we can make something better is to try to change it at its root. Make sure you subscribe to Vandor the Source. Check us out on our Facebook page. Thank you all for watching. Let's dive in.